What you reading there, Miss?
Harleen Quinzel.
What a pretty name. Do your friends call you Harley?
I don't have many friends.
Well, Harley, you got one now.
Thank you. Nothing important.
How was your journey here?
It was tiring.
Do we have to record all this?
Not if it makes you feel uncomfortable.
You're giving me the option.
Well, yes, if you feel uncomfortable.
Please. I feel more myself about it. Means I can truly get to know you and you get to know the real me.
Tell me about yourself, Arthur.
I was admitted here November 81. Transferred from Gotham State Penitentiary. I'm in cell block 237. Patient ID is 23476. Prescription is 2 aripiprazoles and Ritalin for my fidgeting. Declared insane by 7 different psychiatrists. Diagnosis says egotistical, narcissistic personality.
No, Arthur, I mean, tell me about yourself. Who are you?
Me. And here. I'm nothing but a shadow. I don't know if it's the drugs they... The concrete doors, the harsh white light. Kinda just blend in, don't you? There's this place down west that treats people like me. It's real nice there, but sure is expensive. You're a lot nicer than all the other doctors that come in here. Normally it's very formal. They ask you all these questions and prescribe me things. This just feels very alleviated.
How do you find the medication recently? Is it helping?
No, it does weird things to my brain. I keep having this reoccurring nightmare I've had since I was a child. Yeah, fully awake and conscious.
What was the nightmare?
Cut to interior house, living room, day. We see a nervous small boy with a bruised, bloodied face, chained to a radiator. A man's shadow approaches down the hallway with a leather bout carried in his hand. Cuts to interior, white room, Arkham Asylum, day.
You wouldn't want to know.
It's my job to know, Arthur. Right, that's it for today. I'll see you again next time, okay, Arthur?
Okay.
Is there anything you'd like me to bring next time I'm here?
Like anything.
Yes, anything.
Music.
Yeah, what kind?
Oh, anything. Just music.
Okay.
Thank you.
Joker Part 2 by Jake Olive. Opening sequence of recreated shots from the first film. Arkham Asylum, a serious house on a serious earth inspired visuals. Low shutter speed. Arthur is strapped to a hospital bed, forced drugs and medication. A hallucinogenic sequence begins. A large bat hovers over him, its sharp teeth baring at him. Black screen, rising tension in the score. Cuts to interior white room, Arkham Asylum, day. Opening titles. High angle close up. Cigarette burning in an ashtray. Psychiatry documents, brain scans. A tape recorder and a mic across a white room table. Titles appear in Godfather font. Jake Olive's Joker Part 2. High angle close up of Arthur looking sullenly, giggling and choking. It was mid-autumn in Gotham. At this time of year, the starlings would come out across the city. The sun was shining. Arthur could hear one bird singing from outside his barred window. He'd sit, humming along to it. It reminded him of a record from the Harlem market he had bought and kept back at the old apartment. He missed music very much. The sunlight was minimal in the white room. Locked away in an isolating cold stone building, Arthur sat there and chugged back a cigarette into his old battered lungs. Over-the-shoulder shot of a young blonde woman sat across the table. Arthur stops laughing and stubs his cigarette. He looks up to her infatuated. He hadn't seen a young woman in years. She was a fine woman too. Long, straight, light, sandy hair. Thick, curved eyelashes. Cheeks slightly blushed. A small, subtle gap in her top front teeth. Black, thick-rimmed glasses. Nails painted a deep red. She sat opposite him. She was wearing a white shirt, a black skirt and a lab coat overall. Her name badge pinned to her left breast. Dr. Harleen Quinzel. And a folder to her right. MD, Diplomate, American Board of Psychiatry and Neurology. She turns around to the door. We can see her blushing. He is left alone again with his own reflection in the mirror. Behind the mirror, a hospital visitor observes through the one-way glass. The man is wearing a fine, black, embroidered custom suit. Mr. Wayne? Mysterious man turns and leaves following the nurse. Interior, Arkham Asylum, cell 9. The guards throw Arthur into his cell. Joe, a butch American Italian with a broad nose, slick back jet black hair, a potbelly with a shirt 2 sizes too small. Todd, the other guard, a tall stick figure, toothbrush haircut, slightly Russian looking. They had always picked on Arthur. Arthur felt bad for the ones who squealed, particularly the young schizophrenic woman a couple cells to the right. They are handling him very aggressively. Joe always carried a set of steel rings in his pocket and put them on to intimidate the patients. Take the fucking pill before I stick it up your goddamn ass. I can't, I mustn't. The other guard slams Arthur's head against the floor, starting to bleed and blister. Take the pill, you fucking wacko. Todd places the pill in Arthur's mouth, squeezing his nose and slamming his jaw shut, and kicking him in the chest once more, almost cracking a rib, and tied to his bed before locking his cell door. The guard's laughter can be heard travelling down the corridor walls. Arthur stares between the bars, a rage coursing through him, eyes like darts, sulking. Cuts to interior Arkham Asylum white room day. Arthur moves the bandage on his forehead further down, making it a little less obvious. Dr. Quinzel enters.
Hello, Arthur. How are you today?
I'm doing fine.
Have you been writing the journal like I asked?
Yeah.
What happened to your head?
I just fell out of my bed last night. I tend to do that when I sleep.
What you've written here, Arthur, is this how you're feeling? Talk to me.
There's nothing worse than being here. You ever been hurt by someone?
Yes, my boyfriend used to beat me.
I saw it in your eyes. The minute you walked in. So much pain. So much disbelief. I can feel it also heavily weighing you down. It weighs me down too. What's your family like?
My mother is overbearing. She never really believed in what I wanted to do. She wanted me to become a doctor, and I never really knew my father.
What was it you wanted? What you dreamed of?
When I was little, I dreamed of being a dancer on Broadway. Just me on the stage, a spotlight of my own. My mother found out about my classes when I was 8. She came and took me out of class after school, made me burn my leotard in the fireplace, said if I ever catch you dancing and skipping classes again, I'll starve you, you scheming little bitch. She got dementia when I was 12, so I went to stay with my auntie and uncle, who were just worse. My uncle was a sick man, I couldn't tell you. He got caught, and I've been on my own ever since. I don't seem to do well with people. I seem to attract the wrong kind of attention.
Cuts to interior theatre stage day. Harleen smiling, dancing before a huge audience, lights beaming down on her. Cuts to interior white room day.
Wow, I didn't expect that from a girl like you.
Well, why would you? Sometimes I just wish I could run away from everything.
Cuts to interior cell room night. Thunder and lightning lights up the cell room. Arthur is carving into the wall. Man should be strong, man should be powerful, man was born to kill. Wide shot. The stone wall has been carved and covered with smiley faces, jesters, hangmen, daggers illustrated surrounding him, pointed directly towards him as he lays down to rest. One of the guards passes by. Joe enters, creeps up behind Arthur, who is pretending to rest, hoping not to be bothered. You sleeping? Well, you're about to be. He cuffs Arthur to the bed before he can make a jump at him. Arthur struggles. Joe beats him with his baton stick, tying fabric over his mouth to silence him. I will knock your fucking teeth out. Arthur wails. The guard lifts the dripping needle like a scorpion, its spike glistening in the lightning. Eyes cold. Suddenly, something swings, hitting the guard's head. He drops to the floor to reveal Harleen holding a baton behind him. She uncuffs Arthur, grabs his hand, placing the keys in his palm. Arthur, go, run. Arthur is now sprinting down the halls, coming to the reception, where Todd, the second guard, is sat on his break, reading a Penthouse mag with a sandwich and a glass of milk. Arthur walks around the corner, striking him in the back. Todd cries and crawls on the floor towards the phone line. Arthur grabs his shirt, turning him over on his back. Go to hell, Joe. He lifts the baton and swings. Cuts back to Harleen, back in the cell, sorting the body. She rolls him over. The needle is stuck in his chest. Oh shit. She grabs the guard's keys. Arthur is bludgeoning Joe, blood flying up to his face. He grabs Joe's clothes from his bag and his ID, and wipes the blood from his face and hands with a tissue. He scans out the building, looking back for Harleen. Exterior, street, night. He disappears into the dark, wet streets, taking shelter down an alleyway. Siren lights pass him. Disappearing down the street, he breathes. He is safe, however cold. Cuts to exterior street day. Arthur awakes from a drop of water hitting his cheek. He sits up, headrest back against the wall. He takes a heavy breath, then walks off. Camera pans back towards a damp, eroding poster on the wall. The Batman, vigilante, or hero. Midway down the street, Arthur finds a usable train ticket from the ground. He decides to walk towards the station. Interior train station, day. Arthur stares through the glass. We can see the reflection of the Empire State Building opposite. He grabs the next train. In the carriage, Arthur notices two street-pimped men, both wearing circus clown makeup. This is unusual and somewhat ironic for Arthur. One of the men grits his teeth and glares back at him. He turns aside, minding his own business. Getting off on the third or fourth stop, arriving at a homeless shelter. He walks up the staircase and enters inside. Interior homeless shelter, day. The hall is busy. Arthur grabs his dinner. It's some sort of risotto. It looks like shit, but he devours it. He hasn't eaten anything any better than this for the last 8 years. He sits alone in the hall by the TV set. The news station theme plays.
The latest from Gotham State News. Today marks the 10th anniversary of the city's fall, when Thomas Wayne, former owner of Wayne Enterprises, his wife, talk show host Murray Franklin, and many more victims were shot dead by clown mass criminals across the city. Many call it the rise of Gotham's working class. Gotham State Police prepare for a potential increase in copycat crime. We advise everyone to be cautious walking the streets alone at night.
Also in other news, the Batman. Vigilante or criminal? For the past year, the Batcape Crusader has been fighting crime. Now, and in recent months, an ally has appeared by his side named Robin. Last night, the Cape duo dispatched drug crime lord Carmine Falcone outside the Gotham Police Department. It's rumored that Falcone was going to ship 500 pounds of crack cocaine to the coast of Sin City. Some say these men and their technologies are helping the city. Others disagree.
Technically, Robin isn't old enough to be deemed a criminal in the eyes of the law. However, the Batman most certainly is. We are the hand of the city. It is us to make the lawful decisions. I believe the Batman is a violation of that. I was walking across a pedestrian. This bus came towards me. The brakes had broke. I'm too slow, you see. Then this great black mass sweeps me off the ground. I'm in the air. I'm flying. Then I'm standing there on the sidewalk and he's gone. I didn't even get to thank him. Breaking news. It was discovered this morning a patient from Arkham Asylum made his way into the city. His mugshot appears on the screen. Arthur looks nervous.
We urge members of the public to report any sightings. This patient is highly dangerous. I repeat, highly dangerous.
He eyes around. No one else is watching. He's fine, but not for long. 2 cops enter the reception. He chucks more of his food into his mouth and leaves. Arthur runs out the back entrance and back onto the subway. Peering round the pillars, heavy breathing. An officer spots him on the train as it departs. Exterior, streets, day. Arthur gets off the tube. He is biding his time, searching for items in bins, mainly cardboard and string, in an attempt to build a shelter for the night. Arthur's eating someone's leftover hamburger, only to discover insects sitting beneath the packet. He throws it aside. He doesn't even have water to wash out the taste. The following day, Arthur is scrounging for pennies. He collects just enough to buy a warm loaf of bread. That night, the rain comes again, hard and relentless. He is woken by a man. Seems to be the owner of the building. He is kicking him. Get out of here, you big old rat. Come on, take your filth elsewhere. Arthur stumbles and scurries off. Interior, jeweller's, day. Low-angle shot of Arthur staring through the glass. He looks beaten to a last resort. He is staring at the giant ruby, surrounded by rings, diamond necklaces and golden bracelets. It's a treasure chest. The woman at the counter is looking at him. They clock eye contact. He turns away, trying to act casual. He contemplates in his head what he is about to do. Then suddenly, an object comes crashing through the shop window. A smoke bomb. The customers panic. Arthur falls to the floor, crawls back against the counter surface, the woman at the till running towards the phone line. A mysterious man wearing a tall, glossy red helmet hops through the shattered window, his gloves protecting his palms from the fine glass. He removes them, walks up to the counter and pulls out a small revolver, giving a Clint Eastwood gritted teeth kind of smile. "Don't you go for that phone, lady. You are going to cooperate and do exactly as I say. Then there will be no need to ruin that pretty face of yours, will there?" A group of men wearing red fabric masks follow behind him, drawing their weapons. One of the men behind gets close to the lady, guarding her move. The others smash through the glass and start filling the bags with items. Red Hood looms over the counter towards Arthur, the smoke encompassing him. Even though he wears a helmet covering his face, you can see his intrigue. He recognizes Arthur. "Hey boys, look what I found." Arthur glares at him. Red Hood puts his revolver back into his jacket pocket. "Come with me, pal." They leave the store, emptied at exactly 1 minute, with Arthur in the back of the car. Exterior, mansion, day. The two cars drive up to the steel gates of a huge brick mansion, up the long track into the courtyard where a water feature of a shark stands. It's holding a man's body in between its jaws. Interior, study room, dusk. Red Hood and Arthur enter an office room. It's low lit, difficult to see. A man is having an appointment with another. He stands there in front of his desk, the other man on his knees beneath him, holding his hand, worshipping him. Their conversation is hard to hear. Thank you. We will give you justice for your daughter. In return, only a small fee. This will be overlooked no longer, my friend. Grazie." The man holds out his hand. He kisses the ring with the arms of chaos carved over its surface. The client exits. "You have no idea how much I appreciate this. You will be forever in my debt. A loyal friend of yours I shall be." He sits back at his desk, stroking his cat with the chair turned from Arthur and Red Hood. "What are you doing here?" "Brought someone here for you, sir."
My rosebush is dying. I wait every spring for them to bloom outside my study room, but this city air destroys them. They cannot breathe. So, show me something. Who is this man? Arthur, take a seat. You may not know who I am. They call me Luther. Lex Luthor. You've remained quite the spectacle since the days of your crimes. You've changed this city. You are history. You haven't got many places to go, have you? Here, you look starved. Joe, get the chef to cook something up nice for good Mr. Fleck here. I think by now you can guess what kind of business I run. I pride myself on working with men like you. I admire your work, I really do, Arthur. How about you come work for me? All the hospitalities included. I'll give you my ensuite. You can scrub up for dinner. You can have that until you're able to support yourself again. These boys will take good care of you. You may not trust me yet, Arthur, I understand. But spend the night and see how things run, huh? One day, and this day may never come, I'm gonna ask a favor of you. Until that day, accept this as a gift on my birthday.
Interior tailor shop day. Red Hood and Arthur sit in the tailor store. All right, Tony? What's up, Red? Arthur looks around at the suits. You don't say much, do you, clown guy? Arthur looks at him, says nothing. You know, that jewellery store was strictly business. We don't take from small independent companies, unless we've got reason to take. Even a store like that's got its corruption behind the sign. Sir? Arthur stands up for the man to measure his torso. Red Hood removes a flask from his jacket pocket. You want some snuff, pal? Sure. The clown speaks. I get you more of this. Will that get you talking, huh? Arthur pours some onto his hand, politely smiles back at him. What's your real name? No. We don't have real names here. A gangster's identity is abolished. He holds up the ring on his finger. Once your name is signed to the cross, you live and die by it. Red is the name I was given. What's that? Oh, you'll find out, my friend. Arthur gets up, passes the flask back to Red, and walks up to the counter. You know, Lex is a smart guy, man. Saved my ass 12 times. You were lucky our paths crossed. You know, we were all guys just like you. Worked shit jobs, got shit pay, had managers treat us like shit. What was it like killing Murray Franklin? I sure as hell could have done it myself. Celebrities sure do think they're the shit, don't they? Don't they? Looking through suits, Arthur comes across this one purple pinstriped suit and jacket with a round brim hat. It really stands out amongst all the other black suits in the corner of the shop. Red Hood lingers behind him. You want that one, kid? Yes I do. Exterior street day. Red Hood had a snaky-like ability to him. They exit the storefront. You're going to fit right in with all the others, I can tell. Others? Yeah, Luther runs a whole organisation. The guy's a philanthropist. You got something authentic to you, man, I can tell. Come on, let's get you back and freshened up for dinner. Wait, who is that? Arthur spots a porky man wearing a white suit, clown paint across his face, painted rosy cheeks, crosses drawn across his eyelids, a red beaming smile. He has a moustache and a gold tooth with rings on his fingers. He walks around boastfully. He takes money from whoever he pleases. Arthur looks displeased by his persona. That guy? Well, most people call him the Joker, but his real name is Finucci. He acts like he fucking owns the place. Arthur turns away, walks off down to the car park. A well-dressed woman walks towards them. Much to Joker's surprise, it's Harleen. Arthur, shush. Keep your voice down. Are you okay? Yes, I'm good. Had to answer a few questions to detectives. I covered my tracks pretty well. I was just going to the bank. I was planning on leaving today. This your girlfriend? My psychiatrist. They look to their left to see a clown storefront with a latex female jester suit over a mannequin. Interior Lex's ensuite night. Arthur sits in the bath, head lowered under the water, suffocating himself. He raises his head, gasps for air. He gets out the bath and applies the green hair dye. Once he is dry, he sits himself down in front of the mirror above the desk in his hotel room, music playing on an old gramophone behind him. He is applying makeup, a palette beside him with white, blue and red face paint. He smiles back at his reflection. Next, he tries on the 3-piece suit and jacket. It fits perfect. That tailor was good. He pins the fake flower to the coat pocket as a final touch. He is back to his normal ways. Dance scene, swanky 40s music, young Sinatra playing. Interior, Lex Manor, staircase. Arthur waits for Harleen on the staircase. She walks down in a stunning shimmery dress with a diamond necklace. Her hair cut short. She takes Joker's arm. They walk down the steps together. Interior dinner table night. Luther sits at the dinner table. A woman to his right, and on his left, a man with severe burns across the right half of his face and body. Arthur and Harleen make an entrance. They sit opposite him.
I want to thank you for coming down, Arthur. You look great. How are you finding the ensuite?
It's nice, thank you.
May I introduce two people to you? This is my business associate, Two-Face. This is Lucy.
Hi, pleased to meet you. Hi. Over the shoulder shot. We notice Dent has been looking at Arthur slightly sternly the whole time. The butler places the starter. It's shrimp. I didn't think clowns worked outside the circus.
Harvey. You like red?
Yeah, the guy's
Good.
cool.
Because you're gonna be working with him for us. There's a job this weekend. Nothing complicated. You'll meet a man named Mo and his men down by the harbour in San Parlo. You'll exchange a rare diamond. It was stolen from a good friend of mine with this. You're not gonna let him have it. You're gonna send a message for me. They don't mess with our organization. So you do this for us?
Harvey gets up. Excuse me, Lex, but I'm not feeling too well. Two-Face exits.
Ignore him, he's not too hot for our newcomers. But going back to things, are you in?
What's in it for me?
Obviously this kind of work doesn't go unrewarded. You get 30% of the cut. Now that's much more than others, I tell you.
Sounds good. Exterior, San Parlo Harbour, day. Joker, Red Hood and Harley and their men drive up a long muddy road. Harleen wearing her new suit with black high-heeled boots, the heel in the shape of a long rifle. The harbour looks neglected. Camera pans down into the interior of another car, sat opposite them. The men inside watching the vehicle approach. The men are black, but covered by face paint. More goddamn copycat clowns, Arthur thinks to himself. Red Hood stops the car at a fair distance. One of the Red Hoods exits and walks up to the door of the old black Chevy. Where's Mo? I can't see him. Maybe he doesn't run on errands. No, you idiot, he always comes. Clearly not this time. Back at the exchange, the man approaching, one of the flunkies in the car, rubbing his hands together. All right? You got the stone? He passes over the package with a grin. Leaning through the car window, chewing his gum, the man in the front seat looks behind him and back at the kid suspiciously. The fat man looking at the diamond through an eye magnifier. Ah, give him the gem. The other man hands the gem. Any problem? No trouble, kid stuff. He takes out his revolver and fires through the magnifier into his right eye, his skull blowing all out over the back of the car interior. Then lies flat on the floor beneath the car's line of fire. Red Hood drives closer. Joker and Harleen open the doors, pulling out their Tommy guns, riddling the car with bullets. We see a dead man's bloody face pushed up against the window, staring at 2 bullet holes. Interior, Sosa's meeting room, night. A man with black face paint sits in a low-lit corner. Mo White sat on the couch opposite him. A man enters the room.
Door. I need you to sign for a package.
Well, we can go see to it, Tonya. What the hell is this?
It's a message. It means Alonzo King sleeps with the fishes.
Exterior, mansion, day. Joker and Harley are with an estate manager, buying a new mansion. They stand before their new property. Joker opens Harley a box with a new lavish choker necklace inside. He holds it up, wraps it across her neck. Joker sits in his dining room for the first time with a Hawaiian sunset behind him on the wallpaper. Interior, boardroom, night. Arthur and Harleen enter a low candlelit boardroom. There sits Harvey Dent, Penguin, Riddler, Poison Ivy, Catwoman, Scarecrow, all sat beside Luthor on his throne. The Penguin is wearing a scrubby white lab coat and an eyeglass. His nose is long and pointed, his hair receding, Riddler is wearing a green and purple suit, holding his iconic question mark shaped cane stick. Catwoman sits snacking on a tiny tin of cat food. She wears a grey latex suit with a large gold utility belt, curved pointed black sunglasses, and has an animatronic tail. Scarecrow's face is disfigured. His nose is simply bone. He is bald with major scarring, his lips sewn together by string. He has 2 gas mask vents sticking out of his neck and looks somewhat like Frankenstein. He hides behind his hood, which is worn under his leather jacket. A rope hangs from his neck, and a round of gas canisters hanging over his right shoulder. He plays with a small crop blade placed before him on the table. Poison Ivy wears a beautiful silky green floral dress with red round retro shades, her skin pigmented green. She holds a flower pot by her side and waters it with care. Arthur is sat down beside a short, skinny, beady-nosed tattoo artist who draws the arms of chaos across his arm, the mark of the Union.
From this day on, we knight Arthur Fleck and Harleen Quinzel as part of the Injustice League, a union of the most notorious supervillains in all of Gotham City, a union which gives those abandoned by the system salvation. Together, we can create a utopia for us all. On paper, you are no longer Arthur Fleck. Your birth name is Joker, and you shall be known as Miss Harley Quinn. Now, let the ceremony begin.
Joker and Harley fill out a marriage certificate exchange of rings. They complete the vows and embrace. The whole evening is somewhat ritualistic and cult-like. They all feast, drink, wrestle and fight. Amongst all the chaos, Harley and Joker remain infatuated with one another. We see a wide shot of the long table. Joker sat in the middle, Satan's Last Supper. Joker and Harley stand in the corner drinking wine. They humour one another. Red Hood interrupts. "Hey, Joker." Arthur puts the wine down, looks at Harley. "Go on, your mother's calling." He smiles, leaves her to go tend to Red. "What's up? Come on, let's go grab a crepe." Interior restaurant day. Joker and Red Hood sit in a restaurant with a beer and a crepe. Red looks concerned. "You know who Sosa Ribera is, right?" "No." "Serious?" "No." "Okay, well, this guy, fidgeting nervously. This guy's a big shot, okay? He's one of the most infamous mobsters around the city, but no one's ever seen him. Some say he wears black face paint. He's got a thing for tracking down and cleaning up the family tree, if you know what I mean. I heard this one story. He broke into the house of Don Tontorelli. He took his wife, his dog, and his 3 daughters, hung them upside down from the ceiling, blindfolded, and bled them. He made the poor guy watch before he gave him a bullet. All over a few grand. A few grand? Yeah. And I found out today this guy has recently been seen associated with Mo White. And I overheard in a letter he was most interested about you. He said the crown for best clown belongs to him. Joker, who is drunk, makes a scene. Nah, that sounds like bullshit. If no one sees him, then how can all of this stuff be true? Probably just a made-up spook story. Probably no bigger than me. Little bitch thinks he's better than me. Are you kidding me? I'm telling you, this could be bad. I'm scared, man. Joker looks angered by the clown comment. Would you keep it down, please? Shut up. Joker turns out of view to sniff a line. Red Hood apologises and tries to defuse the argument. Sorry, Mom. Look, Joker. Joker stumbles up to go to the bathroom, but falls back in his seat. What are you looking at? They are quarrelling in disgust. You're all a bunch of fucking arseholes. You know why? You don't have the guts to be what you want to be. Outrageous. You need people like me. You need people like me so you can point your fucking fingers and say, that's the bad guy. So what does that make you? Good? You're not good. You just know how to hide and lie. Me? I don't have that problem. Me? I always tell the truth, even when I lie. So say goodnight to the bad guy. Last time you're going to see a bad guy like this, let me tell you. Right, you finished? They exit. Exterior, street pavement, night. Are you good, pal? Where's your car? No, don't worry, I've got Larry and the boys passing around. Joker is quite messy. Here, you want some snuff? He grins. You're doing way too much of that now, pal. You need to regulate it when you use it. Red Hood takes a line, sat on the street corner. You know, you need to chill. We go be alright. You and me, you know. Their ride pulls up, they hop inside. Interior, car, night. As they drive, they pass a tall, dark, gloomy warehouse covered by a large tree line. Hey, Red. Isn't that one of old Smiley's buildings? Yeah. Who's Smiley? Sosa. Then I want to go in there. No, we are going home. Nah, come on. I'm interested to see what kind of stuff he keeps in there. Maybe a couple dead girls or something. True though, who knows what he's got in there. Could be a great future job. There's no security by the looks of it. We could take back anything we find to Luther. Maybe a good stock worth of Colombian drugs. Come on. Whatever. Fine. Bunch of idiots. Interior, Moe's warehouse, night. Arthur is staring at his reflection in the pond. Hey, come on, quit daydreaming. Are we doing this or ain't we? Yes, of course. I was just remembering, I used to walk along here on my way to work each morning. Yeah, now put this sucker on your head, man, and shut up. Red Hood gives him his mask and cape. We can't have you be seen. What, right now? I mean, are you sure it's okay? Will I be able to breathe? Hey man, everything's cool. Jeez, you know, you got a funny shaped head. There. You still see okay? POV shot through a red filtered binocular view. Well, yeah. I guess, except everything's red. It's kind of stuffy too. And it smells funny. Does my voice sound echoey to you? You sound great. Watch out, steps man. They walk up the steps and inside through a back door. Joker stumbling. Okay, we go through here, past the filter tanks, and then the storage bays should be just beyond a partition. You know, this place, it looks even worse in red. It looks like a voice and spotlight appears out of nowhere. Hey you, freeze. Come on, get 'em up. The cops open fire. They take cover behind the pipes and draw their firearms. You asshole, you said there was no security. They must have altered things since. Altered things? I'm gonna alter you, you stupid horse face. Joker's clenching his helmet. Ah, that noise. It's so loud in here. For God's sake, run. This is all screwed up. Murph, get some men over to the rear bays. We got the Red Hood mob in here. Oh Jesus, which way is it? How do we get out? A crossfire splits Joker and the Red Hood men apart from the gang. Ah, oh no. He outruns the bullets up a staircase. The ringleader's taking off across the catwalk. He's still in range. No more shooting. The cops look behind them. I'm here now. We'll take care of it our way. Geez, what? Batman flies over him. Then followed by Robin, they land on the floor below gracefully. It's that human bat guy who's in all the papers lately. So, Red Hood, we meet again. No. This isn't happening. Oh dear God, don't come closer. Don't come any closer or I'll... Joker stumbles back, falling off the balcony edge into a pen of acid. He is filtered out through the tunnels outside the factory into the surrounding lake. He squirms to the surface, gasping for air. He climbs back up along the muddy edge of the stream and sits on his knees, removes his helmet. We can hear gunfire back inside the warehouse. Ah, I'm itching all over. What's He looks at his reflection in the puddle. He cries, drops his face in the dirt. His sobbing turns into uncontrollable fits of laughter. He lifts his head. His skin is pigmented, pale bright white, burnt, shriveled and disfigured. Interior, boardroom, night. The fireplace is burning. A man is sat in the tall chair beside it. close up, the man flicking the coin between his fingers. Arthur comes stumbling through the door, dripping wet, deformed. Hey, Lex. The coin stops. The man gets up from the chair. It's Dent. Oh, God. Listen, we fucked up. Where's Luther? I know, you really have fucked up. Luther's in a hideout down south. Moe's boys ambushed him. I got the call 20 minutes ago. He is not happy. Neither am I. Dent, I swear I'm going to sort this. Vomits all over the carpet. I need to go to a hospital. No hospital. You're a fucking mess. You idiots killed 3 cops tonight. Do you know how much media coverage that's going to get by sunrise? I should send you back to Arkham myself this second. At least in there, you don't have to be worried about being doped up all the time. You're a mess. From this moment, your alliance with the Injustice League will be terminated, which means your share of the cut will also be split back into the business. You may show yourself out. Arthur gets up, stumbles to the door, knocking over a lamp on his way. He groans, disorientated. Interior motel bathroom, night. Interior motel room, sunrise. Arthur's arms wrapped around Harley's waist, sobbing like a child. She is holding a glass of wine, stroking his back whilst a cigarette burns out. Interior motel room, midday. Arthur is working out intensely. We see him become more muscular, yet still a malnourished man. He looks at himself in the mirror. Harley is gone. Who the fuck are you? Tough guy, huh? You think this is funny, huh? He pulls out a switchblade and presses it against the mirror. Someone knocks at the door. He looks behind him, disgusted. Hey, Joker, open up. Who is it? It's Frost, Jonny Frost. Yeah? Listen, Red's with the boys down Ferrero Street at some warehouse. They say they got something you'll want to see. He's telling us to come quickly. They say it's important. Arthur opens the door, putting on his jacket. He's looking gloomy. He got out? Yeah, he did. He's there right now. All right, let's go. Jonny looks at Arthur's face, stunned. Arthur locks the door behind him. What? Nothing, man. Interior warehouse day. Jonny and Joker pull up outside the warehouse in an old Cadillac. They exit the car, walk to the door. So, Jonny, you new on the job? Yeah. You done this kind of work before? Smaller jobs. Jonny, you look nervous. I do? I don't mean to. I'm sorry. Arthur reaches out his arm to his shoulder. A bit of advice. Don't ever apologise to no one for the way you look. Red Hood opens the door. Interior warehouse day. Joker, you are not going to believe what we found. Who we found. As they approach the corner, the Batman's ally, Robin, is tied to a pole, bloodied and beaten. Untie him. Robin limps from the floor. What should we do with him? Something I've wanted to do for a while. Joker swipes the tip of his gun across Robin's jaw, causing a loud cracking sound. Joker picks him up from the collar of his shirt. Come on, bird boy. You're not going to sleep on me already, are you? He kicks him once more across the jaw. Clean break. Then let's boogie. The other guards join in. He topples down. That wasn't a very nice thing to do to Uncle Joker. You've been a bad, bad boy. You must be punished. Prepare yourself for a severe spanking, young man, but let me tell you from the start, this is going to hurt you a lot more than this does me. Joker starts thrashing the crowbar manically. Robin cries. Arthur stops, takes heavy breaths, wipes the blood away from his brow, and brushes back his hair. Hey Arthur, Mo wants to meet tonight. He's bringing Sosa too. They told me they want to meet at La Bella Roma restaurant at 8 o'clock. They are going to have a couple of their boys pick you up. They said it's strictly business, and they don't want you to worry about nothing. But they said just you. Arthur turns his head across the Red Hood's shoulder and whispers for a moment. Inaudibly, Red Hood nods. He looks nervous. So where am I getting picked up? You'll meet by the post office down to Palmer Street at 7:15, where 3 men will escort you. I'll be having scampi for dinner. He turns close-up of his disfigured, wide-eyed smile. Exterior De Palmer Street post office night. Wide diagonal shot of the sidewalk. Arthur stands there whilst finishing a cigarette. A black beetle pulls up and he hops inside. Interior car night. Joker is sat in the front passenger seat next to the driver, 2 men in the seats behind him. He's glad you're coming, Joker. He's very grateful. You are giving us all the opportunity to reason. He's excited to finally meet you in person. I just want my scampi. They head towards the bridge. Frisk him. The backseat passenger taps Joker on the shoulder. He turns around. They check his waist and crotch for hidden weapons. He's clean. We going to Jersey? Car passes the New Jersey sign. The car turns sharply into the other lane, heading back towards the centre of the city. Joker looks behind him anxiously, his tail which is now out of sight. Nice work, Lou. The car pulls up outside La Bella Roma. They escort him to the door and walk back to the car. Arthur enters. Interior La Bella Roma restaurant night.
Come on in, Joker. Have a seat.
You hungry? So, it's great to finally meet together in person, huh? I've already been having a discussion with Luthor and I in Justice League. All disputes have been settled. They tell me you are to be no longer associated with them. What happened at my storage was entirely your doing? He tells me you're to what? Like some uncontrollable stallion.
I guess so.
But we're not here to discuss that. We want to make a truce with you and your redhead pals, by offering a business proposal. I mean, we're willing to let that whole misshape slide. We have to work where we go from here.
Well, I just want back what's mine.
That's good. You're a funny guy, Joker. I don't care what anyone else says.
You should care about what I say. Bang, bang.
I do. All I want is a truce.
What I want is a guarantee on the lives of my men.
Well, of course. Seeing as you're out of business, we'd like to take your crew into the narcotics industry, moving 700 pounds of opium across the border. in every major city, from Beijing, Mammoth City, New Jersey. You'll get a 40% cut. All you gotta do is pick it up and make sure nobody else takes it before we do.
Well, I must say that sure does sound exciting. Man, I love shrimps. I have to go to the bathroom if that's okay.
When you gotta go, you gotta go. They frisked him already. He's clean.
Don't take too long.
Interior La Bella Roma male bathroom. Joker enters one of the bathroom stalls, searches behind the back of the water tank. He retrieves an item which isn't visible to us yet. We can hear the sound of a train line ambience above the restaurant, slowly growing louder. Cuts to interior supermarket night. One of Sosa's men is stood with his wife in the wine aisle. The Luva Rosa is to die for. He sprays them down with gunfire, blood and red wine flooding the floors, soaking their bodies, staining their designer clothing. A broken pearled necklace rolling across the floor. Interior apartment building hallway night. Another one of Joker's men waits for Finucci, dims the corridor lamp, and fires from the dark corner of the building. Interior clock tower night. Another loads a rifle in the clock tower. Interior barber shop night. Another sits in the barber's having a shave. He exits the barber's, walking to the bank, catching a man in between the rotating glass doors, and fires. It's a murder frenzy.
Sanctam Ecclesiam Catholica, Sanctorum Communionem, Remissionem Peccator, Canus Resurrectionem, Vitam Aeternam. Amen. Michael Francis Ritchie, do you renounce Satan?
I do renounce him.
And all his works? And all his palms?
I do renounce them.
I have the respect of all the other dons.
You be baptized?
You are one hard guy to reach.
In nomine
We are
Patris,
very happy to willing to form
et
our
Filii,
through business. Something that means so much to each of us. I think it's a great way to begin. What do you say, Susan?
I agree. I really do. You're gonna be
Arthur exits the shop front and the two guards pull out their firearms. Joker stumbles back. Another car pulls up, drifting along the tarmac. Jonny and some men fire from the windows. Joker, hop in. Arthur scurries to the car. They speed off into the night. You got out there quickly, right? Yes I did. Full of adrenaline. You kept your head down? Yes, but who isn't going to remember this face when they see it? Red Hood looks up at him through the mirror. Never mind that. The car interior lights up blue and red. Joker looks from the rear view to discover 3 cops on their tail. It's the fucking feds. Hit the fucking gas, Marty. The car accelerates. Joker is pinned back into his seat. This is the police. Stop the vehicle or we will fire. They are getting close now, Marty. Let's lose them. They take a sharp turn into another lane. The police get blocked by incoming traffic. Ha ha ha, pigs. Cackling. Suddenly a huge black caped figure lands on the front of the car. What the fuck is that? He starts firing through the glass. They are all shouting fearfully. Jonny takes his pocket knife and catches the thing in its leg. Glass, you got glass in my eye. Marty panics and steers off onto the curb safely. Exterior, street, night. They exit the vehicle. The figure has disappeared. Joker fires aimlessly up into the night sky, hitting the occasional apartment window. Police gain back on their tail. They take covering fire, taking each cop down one by one. 2 feds fire submachine guns, hitting Marty in the hip. Pull back. Joker grabs a grenade from the rear view of the car. He walks back a couple blocks, throws the grenade. The Fed cars go up in smoke. Arthur stands up boldly, walks with a cold expression across his face, towards the car, watching the burning corpses inside. Slow motion, low angle wide shot. He can hear the sound of Marty choking on the floor near beside him. That extra shot in the throat puts him in critical condition. Joker kneels down beside him. Jonny tries to help him to his feet. No, it's too late. Go, Jonny. Jonny looks disappointed but can see the state he's in. He flees the scene. Joker puts his hand on the side of his head. Marty's eyes wide and gleaming in his last few moments, bleeding out on the tarmac. Come here. Joker brings out a lipstick from his coat pocket and starts applying it to Marty's cheeks. Let's put a smile on that face. He leaves Marty on the street with no pulse, smiling in the face of death. Joker finds Jonny and Red Hood at the end of the street with a car of reinforcements. Hop in. Across the street we see a television station. No. He points to the TV studio, so that is where they go. Exterior, burning warehouse, night. Batman is clenching his wound. He applies a blue chrome-like gel to his stomach, then continues walking through the burning wasteland. He finds amongst the rubble and flames. Robin is curled up, bloodied and lifeless. He checks his pulse. Nothing. I've lost him. He's already getting too cold to touch. Gone. Batman takes him in his arms and weeps, carrying him through the smoke and the ash. Interior, Mary Franklin TV studio, night. The scene begins with a TV commercial. Close-up of a painted Jack-in-the-Box, opening. It's a Wonderful Life will not be screened this year. In its place is the following. Joker here. Greetings Gotham and Merry Christmas. I hope you're watching, Batman. This one's for you. Breaking news. Batman's little friend Robin is dead. Holding 3 Polaroids. 3 crime lords and a police unit slaughtered. Gotham is falling, or is it rising? I am the true power of this city. Every minute I grow more powerful. Soon I will become the president this city needs. One that can bring clarity, justice and equality. The ones forgotten by society will get what they deserve. Among the rich, the wealthy, the greedy. This is my night. So tonight, put on a happy face. This is the night Clown Prince of Gotham rises and takes Gotham's finest lawyers, politicians and bring them down to our level. Equality. He walks over to the old Mary Franklin set in the studio where 4 people are sat wearing yellow shirts and grey tuxedos. Set up like a band with instruments taped to them. Instruments taped round their wrists and mouths. House of the Rising Sun playing. Joker's men are wearing gas masks. They open a canister of lethal green gas across the hostages' faces. They start playing hyperactively, smiling hysterically. They seem to be having some sort of seizure. Joker is miming the lyrics passionately. A montage begins as we witness across the city different wealthy estate areas being terrorized by planted lethal laughing gas. The green smoke winding through the streets. Families watching the live show in hysteria. Good people turning psychotic in a matter of minutes. Riddling the neighborhoods with crime, causing complete chaos. And always remember, that's life. Certainty in his voice, pointing his finger down the camera. Landscape, extreme wide shot of the city up in green smoke. Exterior, Joker's mansion, early morning sunrise. Arthur returns back to his mansion in a cab. Harley answers the door. Baby, we got to go. Go? Go where? It's 4 a.m. Where have you been? Are you okay? I'm fine. Just gonna go out to town for a short while, baby. I'm gonna have my lawyer sort out the house. Where are we gonna stay? We hardly have the money now. Won't you listen to me, Arthur? Arthur frantically grabbing 2 black bags and putting them on the kitchen table. Stacks of cash inside. Oh my god. See, Cherry Pie? Now go pack some things. We got 5 minutes. She scurries out the room, Joker running to his study, which is full of black and gold grand decor. The glass door out towards the balcony has been left open. He frantically packs, grabs the contract for the house from the drawer, empties a bag of cocaine onto his desk. He snorts a line, but it's interrupted by a hovering voice. You proved your point, Joker. Arthur turns. There stands Batman before him. That's not my real name. I know, Arthur. Then why do you call yourself that? Joker's just who I need to be to survive. Your men got me good earlier. Moves his cape to reveal the wound on his torso. Arthur looks delirious, clearly starting to feel the kick to the coke. So what? You here to kill me? If so, spare me the satisfaction. No. I forgot, that's not the Batman's moral code. Then why are you in my house, where my wife sleeps? I kill your friend. Doesn't that make you want to kill me? Huh? Batman lowers his head. It hurts. No, it certainly does not. I want to help you, Arthur. We could work together. I could rehabilitate you. You needn't be out there on the edge anymore. You needn't be alone. We don't have to kill each other. Help? That's too far gone. What are you going to do now then, Arthur? Now we go to war. We're going to eat them for breakfast, close them fuckers down. I can't let you do that. Arthur picks up a pistol, waving it in his face. Oh yeah? Who the fuck are you to say so? How the fuck do you even know my name? I'm your brother. I'm Bruce Wayne. Arthur's face turns to shock. There is some sort of momentary catharsis, a realization of everything that has happened. His psychotic persona disappears. For a moment he seems truly vulnerable. My father put you up for adoption, then covered up any history between you and the family. I come to learn my father would wander outside of his marriage. Your mother's dead. She died 9 years ago in a fire. Her name was Martha Rose. Martha was young. She couldn't handle a baby. Arthur's face strains. He doesn't want to hear it, closing his eyes and shaking his head. You're a fucking liar. You think that's fucking funny? Our father's dead now. I can't speak for him. But I'm the only family you have left. Come home with me. Harley enters. She is shocked to find a stranger standing in the room. She stands back against the wall. Arthur, who is this? It's fine. It's okay, baby. Let it go, Joker. No, you abandoned me. At this moment, a SWAT team approaches the house, taking out the guards. I am ashamed of my father. But if I was the same age, and if I even had the knowledge, I swear I would have done something. I'm here begging you, don't do this to me. Fuck you, you're a fucking liar. Arthur clicks the gun. A man climbs the balcony outside, hidden out of sight. Harley steps forward towards him. Arthur. He stumbles back and falls to the floor under his desk. The man steps out from the balcony entrance, fires his rifle. Harley gets riddled with bullets. Batman flees. Arthur tackles the man's waist, pushing him back over the balcony into the pool beneath them. He takes his rifle and riddles his spine, the pool soaked in blood. One of Arthur's guards on the lower balcony calls up to him. "Joker, they are all over the place, get out of here." They all start to flood the courtyard. Arthur watches in horror, then runs back inside. He grabs a rifle from the gun cabinet, then spots Harley bleeding out on the carpet. "Harley?" Joker's guard outside starts firing. A butch man wearing a black leather jacket and shades with a double-barreled shotgun appears to his side, shooting him in the head. Arthur's shaking Harley's head, resting his cheek against hers. We can hear the gunfire outside in the distance. "Hey, wake up, baby. Hey, wake up. We gotta make a run for it. Harley, my precious, please, please, don't be dead." The SWAT team break through the front entrance, taking out more guards. One of them stops firing, runs up the stairs, slamming on Arthur's door desperately. "They're coming from everywhere. Joker, open up. Open the fucking door." They reach the staircase and shoot down the guard. Joker covers Harley's ears. He watches the corpse slide down the doorframe on the security monitor, leaving a long streak of blood. He gazes back at Harley, starts to weep. His heart breaks. His eyes go cold. He kisses her cheek. "You wait here, okay? I'll be with you. I'll be back." He grabs a rifle from the cabinet, turns towards the door, tears flowing down his cheeks. Guards gathering outside. "You wanna fuck with me?" He loads the gun. "Come on, you wanna fuck with me? Okay." They wait. "You wanna play games? Okay, I'll play with you. Okay, you wanna play rough? Say hello to my little friend." He launches a grenade towards the door frame, blowing the men to pieces. Arthur strolls through the smoke. "Okay, come on, you like that? You want more? Okay, you whores, go on." He riddles the injured men with bullets, smoky haze everywhere. His face like a snarling rabid dog. A man on the staircase catches Arthur in the shoulder. He cries out in pain. He stands in the centre, shooting down from the balcony. It's an all-out war frenzy. "How you like that, huh? You think you can take me? Give me your fucking army, they can't take me. You hear? I take you all to fucking hell. Come on, come on." The man in the black leather jacket moves steadily behind him. He has clearly made his way up from the balcony. Still firing. "Who do you think you're fucking with? I'm the Joker. You fuck with me, you're fucking with the best." The men catch him with more bullets. He screams. They start riddling him head to toe, but he resists. "Look, I'm still standing. Fuck. Look. I'll take your fucking bullets. Give me your fucking bullets." He is punching the air, waving his body. The man steps forward, now inches behind him. He shoots him down. Arthur cries, then falls from the balcony, hitting the cold slabs beneath him. The score crescendos. We pan around the house, left to see the outcome of the bloody massacre we just witnessed. Batman watches emergency services arrive outside the house from a distance. Interior, forensics lab, day. What happened to his face? The scars on his face were caused by a fall into a pen of acid. I'm not quite sure what happened to his cheeks, though. My God, I've never seen anything like it. We will fix him up for you, sir. Interior, church, day. 11th November 1988, the day of Joker's funeral. One man stands before his open coffin. That's Bruce Wayne. Bruce places a ring onto the corpse's middle finger, removing the Union of Chaos and replacing it with a Wayne Corp Enterprises ring. Exterior cemetery, day. It's a gloomy day, light spitting rain. Joker's body is lowered into the pit. Wayne looks down on him with a look of failure. Non-diegetic dialogue. A man can only take what he can. We must keep trying. What was his name? Thomas, named after his father. Cuts to interior Arthur's mansion, day. We see Arthur before his disfigurement, the moment he became a member of the Injustice Union. Arthur is sat in his chair, Harley watching from a distance through the open doorway. A man has come to him for business. He kneels and kisses Arthur's ring. Him and Harley catch eye contact, her face holding a look of concern. The client kisses Joker's hand. The butler closes the door on Harley, shutting her aside. Cuts back to exterior cemetery day. We reveal the corpse's face, colourless, stuck in a permanent, sinister, wide-eyed smile. High-angle close-up, low-angle zoom onto Bruce Wayne's face. He notices something strange. He frowns and looks closer at the jacket pocket of the body. Camera zooms onto Arthur. A Jester card rests in his chest pocket. The Jester looking back at Bruce with a smile. For a moment, Wayne stands frozen in thought. We don't know what he is thinking. He might be considering he underestimated Arthur, or the smile just frightens him.
so in love with you. They see me night